What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host, Tyler, and today I'm going to be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major Forex pairs for the week of January 7th, 2024. Let's hop in. Okay, guys, well, thanks for joining me this week. So anyone new to the channel, just a real quick thing. The blue flag pairs are pairs that I'm waiting for a breakout or to look for an entry. The pink flags are the special pairs that I'm looking to actively trade. So those are the most important ones. And then the orange flags are pairs that are just ranging and pairs which I most likely will not be trading this week. And so guys, we're going to start here on the weekly chart on AUDCAD. And so as you can see, if I clean this up a little bit, we've had a nice retracement back up into Senko Span A here on the weekly, and we have a gold cross now. So that's one out of the three bullish Sanyoku Kyoten signals on the weekly. And if we go to the daily, you can see that we have a nice trend on the daily already. So after this long consolidation period here, and we just had a nice touch on the Senko Span A here, I'm expecting price to be heading back up in this direction. And so our next resistance point is going to be 0.90650 here. And I'm expecting this wave to reach up to this target here at the 1.272 Fibonacci extension. And then that's at the 0.91795 level. And so, yeah, guys, we have a really long wick here. We had support here already before on this Kijun-sen here. And so I'm expecting price to get back above the Tenkan and the Kijun. And I'm going to be actively looking this week to see if I can find an entry if I find a confirmed trend on the lower time frames. So keep an eye on this pair, guys, AUD-CAD. It could be a really good one this week. Okay, AUD Swiss franc on the weekly. So guys, if I zoom in here, you can see on the weekly that we've been ranging in this range here, but we've got a little gold cross forming here on the weekly chart. But we do have a big thick Kumo cloud here, so we're going to need to see the Chikou span get above the candles as the second Sanyoku Kyoten signal. But right now we have the first Sanyoku Kyoten signal, and now if I turn my drawings on, you can see that I'm expecting the price to move back in the bullish direction. So let me move this arrow. Sorry guys, this got shifted a little bit. So I'm going to be, we're still in a ranging market. So this week, guys, I'm most likely not going to be trading this pair, but I do expect this range to break to the upside. And so when it does, probably in the next few weeks, then we're going to be looking at this pair more closely. But until then, this is just a ranging pair this week, and I most likely will not be trading it. Okay guys, here we are, AUD Japanese yen on the weekly. So we've had a nice support here on this trend line. I'm expecting price to continue in the bullish momentum here. And if you see, guys, we had a nice support here on the Kijun-sen, and price has now closed above the Tenkan and the Kijun. However, all these are still flat, but we have a nice fat Kumo cloud structure here. So we've had a nice long consolidation, and it looks like we have just a little tiny cup and handle pattern here. And so, guys, usually these triple tops don't work. So I'm expecting this wave to be an N wave up, and I'm expecting to reach the next resistance level here, which is the 102.846 level. And so that would be about, if I measure this range, that's 675 pips. So, that's a lot of movement over the next months, but, this is at least 422 pips from this resistance level here. So, guys, we're going to need to keep an eye on this pair, but let's go to the daily for some more information. So right now, guys, on the daily, we've had a nice bounce off the Senko Span B, but this Kumo cloud is still not really structured properly. And so we're going to need to wait and see if we get confirmation on the lower time frames for the trend. But most likely that will occur after we break these resistance levels. So, we're going to be keeping an eye on this pair this week. But if you look now on the 4-hour chart, so I marked this as pink. So I'm waiting for this resistance level here to break, and then this one after. This is the 97.594. So if we can get a break of that, that's going to give us a nicer Kumo cloud structure. And so perhaps we can start entering early on this one. So I'm going to be looking at this one this week, AUD Japanese yen. And if anyone is new, typically I post trades that I'm doing on the YouTube channel. just on the community. So if you guys want to just get a look and see what I'm doing, take a look at that. But yeah, so anyways, keep an eye on this pair, AUD Japanese yen. Okay guys, AUD USD on the weekly chart. And so as you can see guys, we've had a break of the Senko Span B and also of the Kumo cloud. But right now this Kumo cloud is just kind of just starting to form since we just got the breakout. But here we have the first out of the 3 Senyoko Kyoten signals in the bullish direction. So we have a gold cross. And so I'm expecting this support on the Senko Span B to hold, and I'm expecting price to keep moving in the bullish direction. And if we look at the daily chart, you can see that we broke out of the cloud and Senko Span B, which is the thick white line here. And we have 3 out of the 3 bullish Senyoko Kyoten signals. So we have the gold cross, the Chikou span above the candles, and we have the breakout of the Kumo cloud. So we have a nice stable trend here on the daily, and we're getting support here on this Kijun-sen. So I'm expecting this N wave to keep going higher. And I just want to show you guys this. This is just a Taito Tsuchi measurement here. But this is, so if you measure from the previous high to this high, we have 17 bars. And if we measure from this high to the next potential high, it would be another 17 bars. And so that puts us at around January 23rd. And so it looks like we've had the retracement back to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, which is here. Sorry guys, this resistance line should be support now. Let me fix that. Okay, so that's support now. But you can see that price was resisted and supported here at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. So this is a strong, this tells me that the buyers have stepped in, that this is still a pretty strong trend, and that we can at least expect to see price get back up to this resistance level here and possibly farther. So my target right now is at the 1 Fibonacci extension. And I'm going to be looking to get an entry based on the lower time frames if they're trending, but that should be coming soon. And so we found support here, and I'm expecting this to reach up to the 0.69862 level. So keep an eye on that, guys. We're waiting for the breakout this week or next. That's AUD US dollar. Okay, CAD Swiss franc on the weekly. Guys, so overall I got this marked as a blue pair. I'm expecting price to move down, and I'm going to show you why. So we have a nice strong Kumo cloud here on the weekly. We're getting lower lows and lower highs here. So it looks like we had a consolidation. We broke that and we had a nice bounce on that level. And so I'm expecting these N waves to continue down further. Now if we look at the daily chart, let me just clean this up a little bit. So right now we're consolidating here at these levels. Now I'm expecting after this range breaks, it's going to break to the downside. So I'm going to be looking on the lower time frames for entry confirmation. But until that happens, we're going to be waiting for the breakout in the lower time frames. But my first target is going to be down here at the 1272 Fibonacci extension level, and that's at 0.62071. And right now, from the current price, that's about 161 pips. So I'm going to be checking this pair out this week, but keep an eye on that, guys. CAD Swiss franc. Okay, guys, CAD Japanese yen on the weekly. And so overall, I'm bullish on this pair. We've had a nice long consolidation here. We had a nice deep retracement here with a double top. So, you know, I'm expecting price to at least reach back up to this resistance level here. We've had price close above the Kijun-sen and also the Tenkan-sen. However, we did have a death cross here. So, you know, this could be a little bit tricky, but what I want to show you guys is that right now we had a double bottom here on the daily, and now we have a higher low here. And so I'm waiting to see if we can break this trend line and Senko Span B and start getting a move back in the bullish direction. So I'm waiting for this breakout. I'm waiting for the confirmations on the lower time frames. And if we get those, I'm expecting to target up here at the 1 Fibonacci extension level, which is at 119.650. So keep an eye on this pair, guys. This could be breaking out over the next week or so. Okay guys, Swiss franc Japanese yen on the weekly. I'm not going to talk too long about this one. It looks like we got a double top here, and we have a really small little doji candle forming So in my opinion, this is going to be reversing this week and just ranging. And if we look at the daily, you can see also the resistance here has held. And so I'm expecting price to be moving back down towards at least the Tenkan-sen, but most likely back to the Senko Span B, because look, we have the Kijun-sen and the Senko Span B flat on the same level. And so I just think that this is going to be a ranging pair this week, and most likely I will not be trading it. Okay guys, Euro AUD on the weekly. So right now we have 2 out of the 3 bearish Senyoko Kyoten signals. So we have a death cross, and we have the Chikou span now below the candles. And as you can see guys, we've had this reverse N wave back, and now we have price getting resisted here at this previous level, which is the 1.63314. And so if we go to the daily and I turn my drawings on, you can see that we have a nice downtrend already. Nice Kumo cloud structure, this N wave that I was talking about. And so guys, right now price is consolidating at these levels, but I'm going to be looking to enter a trade on this pair if we get a confirmation on the lower time frames. And I'm expecting price to reach down to at least this one extension level, the Fibonacci extension, and that's at 1.59470. And that's about, from the current price, that's about 340 pips. So this is going to be a really good one if we can get a good entry. So guys, keep an eye on this pair. This is Euro AUD. Okay guys, Euro Japanese Yen on the weekly. And so overall, you know, right now price has dipped below the Kijun-sen and it's coming back up, but we're getting pretty close to having a death cross here. And so overall I'm bearish on this, and I'm going to show you more information now on the daily. So on the daily, you guys can see the previous carats that we hit with the analysis. So we've been tracking this pretty well so far. So guys, but either way, I want to show you that from this low to this low we have 52 bars, and now from this low to this next low I'm expecting another 52 bars, and so that puts us at around February to be reaching these lower levels. But I'm expecting price to be resisted off of this Senko Span B here and to continue back down here. And so you know, that's my bias right now. I'm expecting this to happen in the next couple weeks. And if we go to the lower time frames, you can see that, you know, we have a bullish Kumo on the 4, but if we can break back below this Gan line on this fan, then we're going to be getting the move back in this direction. So I'm expecting this to be an N wave, and I'm going to be targeting this area here, which is the 1 Fibonacci extension, and that's at 148.438. And obviously we'll enter once we get the confirmations on the lower time frames. EURCAD on the weekly. Okay guys, overall I'm just calling this as a ranging pair this week. You can see that we have a doji and some really tiny candles here. So it looks like price is trying to decide what to do from these levels. You know, price is hovering right now on the Kijun-sen on the weekly. If we go to the daily, you can see that if I turn my drawings on, you can see that price has been moving on these reverse N waves, and we have this consolidation happening right now at Senko Span B. So I think it's possible that if price breaks below this range, we're going to be reaching back down to this level here, which is the 1 Fibonacci extension, and that's going to be my target if we get a breakout. But like I said guys, most likely I will not be trading this pair this week. This is just a range right now, and price is in the Kumo cloud. And so until further notice, this is just ranging and I won't be trading it. Euro Swiss franc on the weekly. Overall, this is bearish, guys. We've got the Tenkan-sen flat, the Kijun-sen's pointing down, Senko Span A and B both pointing down, and we have a P wave here forming. So I'm bearish on this. Now, if we go to the daily, you can see that we also have the same conditions pretty much. Right now, price is consolidating underneath of the Tenkan-sen. I'm expecting a retracement back up to these Kijun-sen levels, and then the N wave to continue back further down. And so, I'm going to be looking to target this area here at the 1.272 Fibonacci extension level. And so if we can get a bounce off of these levels, perhaps, this is going to be about 214 pips. So we're going to need to confirm the trends on the lower time frame, but this could be a good one to look at. So keep an eye on this one this week and next. This is Euro Swiss franc. Okay guys, this is Euro pound on the weekly. And so we had resistance here at the Senko span A. Now we do have a gold cross here, and we have the Chico span now tracing the candles. But I'm expecting price to continue down further. And so if we look at the daily time frame, you can see that we've had price break this trend line, and now I'm expecting this to be an N wave down. So hold on, let's see. It looks like we've had a nice resistance here at the Senko span A. And so this week, guys, this could be a special pair, and I'm expecting to target this level here, which is going to be the 1 Fibonacci extension level. And so from current price to down there is about 100 pips. And so that's what I'm going to be looking at. If you see on the 4 hour, we're just getting the very beginnings of a new trend. And so that's why I like this pair this week. And I'm going to be looking at the lower time frames to try and find an entry on this one. So keep your eyes on this one, guys. This is Euro Pound, and I think it's going to be a really good one this week. Okay, Euro USD on the weekly. I have this marked as a ranging pair this week, so most likely I will not be trading it. But it looks like price has found support here on the Senko span A. But we just have a really small Kumo cloud twist here, and we're kind of stuck between these two levels. So if we look at the daily, we do have this this bullish cloud here, but price right now is just hovering at the Kijun-sen, and so I'm expecting it to be ranging here this week a little bit longer, but then eventually breaking on the N wave up. So once we get that break, I'm going to change this color of this flag, but I just feel this week it's going to be ranging. And you can see too that we're on the 4 hour chart, we're already below the Kumo. So we're going to need some work to get back above Senko span B. So this week, guys, this is just a ranging one in my opinion, and I most likely will not be trading it. Pound AUD on the weekly. So guys, we have 2 out of the 3 bullish Sanyoko Gyukoden signals. We have a death cross, we have Chico span below the candles, and I'm overall on a bearish bias for this pair, and I'm expecting price to be moving further down. And so if we look here on the daily chart, you can see that we've had a nice long consolidation. We broke below this major trend line here, and now we're on an N wave down in my opinion. So we've had a consolidation, we broke, now we're retesting this level, and I'm expecting price to bounce off of here. And so right now, guys, it looks like we're getting some resistance here at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. And so I think this is going to be the start of a new trend here on the daily. And I'm going to be looking to trade this pair this week or next, depending on the lower time frames. But my first target is going to be down here at the 1.83798 level. And that's going to be the next major support level here. And you can see, guys, here it's flat on the Senko span B. So that's kind of how we know where the, well, I recommend you watching my support and resistance video. I'm going to put it at the end of this. But I talk about how the Senko span B and the Kijun-sen really help show us and help us visualize all the major support and resistance levels and zones in the market. So check that out, guys. But yeah, this is going to be a good one. British pound AUD. Keep an eye on this for the next week or so. Okay, guys, pound Swiss franc on the weekly. I'm not going to say too much about this one. I have it marked as ranging. This is a very peculiar and odd structure here with the Kumo, and we're just kind of stuck in this consolidation. It does look like price is moving lower, so perhaps we could retest this level down here. But if I look at the, you can see we're getting a bearish Kumo here, but this just overall is just looking kind of off to me, so most likely I will not be trading this. Okay, guys, British pound CAD on the weekly. So we had a nice retracement here and another one here. So it looks like price is hugging this Senko span A, and it's finding support here. And so if we look at the daily chart, I'm expecting price to continue up in the bullish direction. And we've had a nice long consolidation. We had a nice dip back down to these levels. And so right now we're getting supported on Senko span B. And so I'm expecting us to get price back above the cloud get a bullish Kumo. And, if you look at the lower time frames, you can see that, we have this trend line here, and we just broke out of the Senko Span B, and it looks like we have the beginning of a new trend here on the 4-hour chart. And so that's why I like this pair. I'm expecting this to be bullish this week. And my major target, so if we measure from here up to there, that's about 635 pips. So that's going to be about a 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension. That's at the 1.76771 level, which is a previous resistance level over here. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the lower time frames and seeing if we can get a good entry on this pair this week or next. But like I said, on the lower time frame, guys, this is bullish. So there could be some really good opportunities this week on pound CAD. Okay, pound Japanese yen. I'm not going to say much about this. The Chikou span is tracing the candles, and the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen, Senko span A and B. Well, Senko span B is pointing up, but all this is pretty much flat, and this is going to be ranging this week, in my opinion, because price is in the cloud on the daily. So right now that's what I've got for this one. Most likely will not be trading that pair this week. Okay, pound USD on the weekly. Sorry about that. And guys, I have this marked as ranging. You can see right now we're kind of just stuck in this consolidation here. So most likely I will not be trading this pair this week. And you can see too that we just have a really small Kumo cloud twist here. But if we look at the daily, on the daily it's bullish. So I do expect this to break to the upside eventually. But right now price is just kind of ranging between the Tenkan and the Kijun-sen. And everything's flat. So the Tenkan-sen's flat, the Kijun-sen's flat, and the Senko span A and B. So until we get out of that range, I most likely will not be trading that. But perhaps in the next week or so, this will turn to a blue flag pair as we start to get some movement in the bullish direction. And guys, this is a look at it on the 4-hour chart. And so if you look on the 4-hour chart, you can just kind of see that we've had a lot of clouds overlapping and twisting, and we've had the Chikou span up and down, above the candles, below the candles. And so if you want to know how to identify a ranging market, this is a really good picture here to remember. Just remember that you're going to have a lot of overlapping clouds, a lot of gold crosses, and a lot of death crosses on the Tenkan and the Kijun-sen. And you're also going to have the Chikou span. And, the Chikou span, a lot of people think, okay, what's the point of having this lagging line that's 26 periods in the back? For me, it's just a visual thing. When you look at the Chikou span overlapping and going up and down on the candles, I know instantly like that this is a ranging market. But now, if I go down here, this is a good example. Now I know Chikou span's below the candles. This is a nice bearish trending market. So, this kind of just gives us the visual. So here's the ranging market, a lot of overlapping, bearish trend, bullish trend here. So guys, that's what the Chikou span helps with. Just wanted to give you that little tidbit that helps me a lot when trying to identify what's going on in the markets. Okay guys, New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen on the weekly. And so you can see too, we've had price consolidating and retracing back down to the Kijun-sen here. The Kijun-sen is still pretty flat, and same with the Senko span A and B. We've got a really thick Kumo cloud here. And so right now we're kind of just stuck between this resistance and this support level. And if I look at the daily, you can see that, we've had Chikou span overlapping the candles. And, overall, we have a little bullish momentum here, but still really no good Kumo cloud structure. And so I just have this pair marked as ranging. So I'm expecting this to just be ranging for the next week or so. So most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, USDCAD on the weekly. And so guys, overall, I'm pretty bearish on this one. Now, let me show you why. So right now we're getting a death cross forming here on the weekly. And it looks like price has dipped below the Senko span B, and now is getting a retest here on the Senko span B. And it looks like it's getting resisted. And so if I look at the daily chart, you can see on the daily chart, nice and clean, that we have the very beginnings of a new trend in the bearish direction. And so we've had this, if I draw it in a trend line here, right here, you can see that we broke below, and now we're on an N wave. We're on N waves down. And so actually I really like this pair. So I'm gonna let's put this as pink. This is USDCAD. I like the look of this. I think this is the very beginning of a trend. And so guys, this concept, like I mentioned before, is called Taito Tsuchi. And this is just a way to kind of get an idea of the time cycles. So this is a little bit more advanced theory. I haven't released any videos about this. Now I say it's advanced, but this is pretty straightforward, and I think this is easy for everyone to grasp. And I'm going to do some videos on this in the future. But basically, what happened here is that we just measured from this low to this low, and now we just projected out into the future. And so, we could expect the next low to be down here around January 25th. And my target is at the 1 Fibonacci extension level. We've had a nice retracement back to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. And so I'm thinking that's a pretty good strength of the trend. And we're going to at least hit the 1 Fibonacci extension. So that's at 1.29582. So yeah, guys, keep an eye on this one. Now, this is the 4-hour chart. We need to, this is a retracement, right? So we're going to get a little bit of a bullish twist here, and we're going to get a bullish Kumo. But it looks like we're getting resisted here at this level. So if we see a double top and then we can confirm on the 1-hour chart the trend in the bearish direction, that could be a good spot to start looking for the entry. So I'm going to be checking this one out this week. This is marked special, pink pair, and that's USDCAD with a target of 1.29582. So keep an eye on that, guys. USD Swiss franc on the weekly. All right, guys. Well, I'm pretty bearish on this one. Now let me just clean this up. So right now price has broken below this previous support level here, and now we're retesting it. We have everything flat on the indicators here. Tenkan, Kijin, and the Senko Span A and B are flat on the weekly. But we have, it looks like we're getting some resistance here at the Kijin Sen on the daily. So guys, if I put my drawings on, I'm expecting this to be an N wave down. And here's the Taito Tsuchi again. So 17 bars. Guys, remember that's one of the Kihan Tsuchi numbers. So very important number there, 17. And I'm expecting the next low to be on January 23rd, based on the Taito Tsuchi, after this resistance here on the Kijin Sen. And I'm expecting, since we've had just a 0.5 retracement here, I'm expecting price to reach down between the 1 and the 1.272 Fibonacci extension level. And so that would be 0.79563 level. So yeah, guys, keep an eye on that. Right now on the 4-hour, you can see that price is getting resisted here on Senko Span B. And it looks like, sort of a double top here. So I'm expecting price to continue moving down, like I said. But we're going to need to confirm on the lower time frames. So, keep an eye on that, the 1-hour frame, the 15 and the 4-minute. But once we get that, this could be a really good pair this week to trade. So keep an eye on that, USD, Swiss franc. Okay, USD, Japanese yen, last but not least. So guys, we had a double top here on the weekly chart. And so overall, I'm bearish on this. Looks like we're going to get a death cross soon here from the Tenkan and the Kijin Sen. And we're going to get the Chico span coming below the candles. But let's take a look at the daily for more detail. So guys, on the daily, you can see that we had this nice long trend, and now we've broken the Senko Span B, and we've had a nice deep retracement from this level back to the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. So this is going to be a good pair. We're going to be waiting for the breakout on the lower time frames. This is marked blue. And so I'm expecting this to reach down to at least this next support level here, which is drawn off of this wick, and that's at the 137.239 level. So I'm going to be looking to see if I can get a good trade on this pair over this week or the next couple weeks, just based on the lower time frames. But yeah, guys, keep an eye on that, because look, we have this doji bar and now we have an inside bar forming. So usually that's the sign of a reversal. So I'm expecting this to be a nice N wave back down in this direction. So this could be a really good one to trade. That's USD, Japanese yen. Now, guys, I'm going to move now into the economic calendar for this week, just to make sure that there's no big news, just so you're aware, to make sure you check that before you trade. So let's hop into that. Okay guys, here's the economic calendar for this week. This is from fxstreet.com. I'm going to put a link below in the description if you want to see that. But I always check this before I execute any trades, just to make sure that I'm staying safe in the markets, because when this news gets released, it can make the market very volatile. And I know I say this every week, guys, but this is to remind people who are new to trading, and also to remind us, because sometimes we see a trade and we get so excited that we forget to do this. So make sure you do this. So let's see, Monday, Swiss franc, consumer price index, euro retail sales on Monday, Japanese yen, food and energy, CPI, Japanese yen, Monday also. On Tuesday, January 9th, let's see, we have AUD monthly CPI data. On Wednesday, January 10th, we have AUD trade balance for December being released. On Thursday, January 11th, we have USD consumer price index. We have the USD consumer price index excluding food and energy. We have, yes, more consumer price year over year in December. And we also have the, well, this is for the yuan. We don't cover that, so I'm not going to talk about that. On Friday, January 12th, we have the producer price index excluding food and energy for US dollar. We have US dollar Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index for January. And that's it, guys. So that's it for the news this week. I really hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Happy New Year to you and your family. I wish you guys a great year and great things coming to you. I just want to say I feel very grateful for all the support, all the likes, all the subscribes. I really appreciate you guys being here. And I'm excited to make this a great year and to keep growing this channel. So thank you so much for your support. And until next time, guys, peace.